Hey, how's it going, guys? Brian here. Thanks for coming back and joining me for another video. Welcome to those of you that are new. My name is Brian. I'm an Amazon FBA seller and mentor. And in today's video, I want to share with you guys the biggest and best 5 tips that I have for those of you just starting out on Amazon FBA, those of you who haven't started Amazon FBA and are thinking about it, or maybe you've already launched your first or second product and are having trouble with sales. I want to share with you the best tips I have for those of you wanting to get into Amazon FBA, or maybe have launched a product and are having trouble. So let's jump into my computer. Now, if you're new to my channel, I want to just take a minute and tell you that I'm not trying to sell you any courses. That's not what I do on this channel. I'm truly here to help you guys become successful, whether you are just starting out with your new Amazon FBA business, or have launched a product or two and struggling, or you're growing your brand with multiple products. As a beginner, I know how hard it can be in the beginning to piece everything together and get started. So whether you're just a beginner or you've been selling on Amazon for months, or selling for years, I'm here to help guide you and provide you with the most valuable content I can that others would be charging for. So if you could just take a minute and hit the like button, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel. It truly does help the YouTube algorithm and helps get my message out to more people. Tip number 1, product research softwares you'll absolutely need to get going with your Amazon FBA business. The first one that I recommend is Jungle Scout. Now, Jungle Scout's been around for quite a while. I'd say Jungle Scout and Viral Launch are the two oldest Amazon FBA product research software tools. Now, Jungle Scout, I find number 1 why I like it is it's pretty accurate. After launching products on Amazon myself, my FBA products, with the revenue numbers I generate compared to Jungle Scout estimated those revenues per month to be only about $1,000 off. So I like Jungle Scout for its product revenue accuracy. I also like the web app here. It does have a good amount of products to go through and search, which will take some time, and I will cover that in my next tip, which is how much time to spend doing product research. But this is the product database. You basically choose the categories you're interested in. I always suggest the best categories that have made me the most money on Amazon being health and household, home and kitchen, kitchen and dining, pet supplies, tools and home improvement, and beauty and personal care. So you would choose those categories, and then you'd put in some filters here and do a search, and it would pull up all of these products that are on Amazon, and you would go through and need to analyze each one and then bring them up on Amazon's webpage. The next tool I like about Jungle Scout is the Find Suppliers. So this has a supplier database. As far as I know, Viral Launch and Helium 10 does not have this feature where it allows you to go in here and find suppliers. So that's really useful if you have a specific product you're looking for, like a textile or a silver or a handmade item. You can narrow down your search for suppliers instead of just in China to like India, Vietnam, Thailand, and other places. So that's really useful, the supplier database. And then they have a keyword feature, Keyword Scout. That's a great tool as well. You great results here, a bunch of information on keywords, and also it helps when you're creating your PPC advertising campaigns with the best keywords to use. Now, the other tool I recommend is Helium 10. So I actually prefer Helium 10 myself over Jungle Scout. I have both subscriptions to both. You only need one or the other, and I will leave links to Jungle Scout and Helium 10 down below the video. You're welcome to go and use those links. For Helium 10, which I'm going to show you here now, I actually have a 50% off coupon you can use, so you can get 50% off your monthly fee, which brings it from like $97 down to $45 for the first month. So you might as well, if you're looking to get a product research tool and jump in and start your Amazon FBA business, you might as well jump on Helium 10 here and use my 50% off coupon. You just need it for 1 month for doing product research. Black Box here, this is their equivalent to the web app from Jungle Scout. And Black Box here, I really like this keyword feature where you can go in, and as an Amazon FBA seller, it's really important that you choose a product that has high keyword search volume, meaning customers are actually searching for the product you're thinking about selling. So here in the keyword feature, you're able to put in like a minimum keyword search volume of like 6,000. That means a minimum of 6,000 people per month are searching for your product on Amazon or Google or other places. And then you can put in your filters here, monthly revenue. The other feature, the trends feature, is nice. Magnet keyword research is really cool. You can put in keywords that your product, the main keywords for your product, such as, beard apron, press get keywords, and then it will pull up all the best associated keywords, and then you can narrow down like the highest search volume keywords. Now, this comes in when you're optimizing your listing and your PPC campaigns. Same thing with Cerebro. That allows you to pull your top competitors' keywords that he's ranking for and using in his PPC campaign, put their ASIN into this and it'll generate the keywords they're using. Frankenstein, another keyword processor. Scribbles, really cool. This will help optimize your listing. So once you choose an FBA product, you're contacting suppliers and manufacturers in China. You choose your FBA product. While it's being manufactured, you need to be working on creating your Amazon product listing and creating an optimized product listing with the title, bullet points, description, back-end search terms, platinum terms in the back end. So that's really helpful for that. Index checker, keyword tracker, inventory protector helps keep your inventory levels secure so you don't run out of inventory. Refund Genie, Misspellinator, which helps generate useful terms that you can put into your back-end listing to help customers that spell your keyword incorrectly find your product eventually. So those are the top 2 product softwares I recommend for getting started with product research and finding your FBA product. Now, how much time should you spend on product research? So the best advice I can give you is you don't want to spend longer than 1 week, but you don't want to think that you have to fit in all your product research in 1 week. It's going to depend on how busy you are, what type of life you have. Do you have kids? Do you have a job to go to? But you should be able to find a good FBA product in about 1 week or less. For some people, it may take 2 weeks. For skilled Amazon sellers like myself, it only takes a day or 2. Don't think that you have to fit into 1 week in finding a product, but it's going to depend on how much time you can put in each day to finding best FBA product. And then number 3, how to choose the right product or niche. Product or niche meaning category. The best way to do that, like I said, would be to use Jungle Scout and Helium 10 and to go into the black box or the web app and put in the product database, put in the filters that I show in my other product research videos and go through there, and it'll generate the best potential niches to go into as long as you know how to analyze those niches or markets overall. For an example of that right here, I pulled up this product here. It's wall mounted jewelry organizer, and I'm just going to go ahead and run up here in the top right of your web browser. Once you have Helium 10 Chrome extension downloaded or the Jungle Scout extension downloaded, you can just click up here on the X-ray through Helium 10 and it'll pull up some really important information for us. So it'll come up with all the ASINs with pictures of the product, all the brand names, titles, under this little truck symbol, who all the sellers are, selling price, sales per month, revenue amounts. So those are monthly sales estimates like I was talking about earlier, and review count. So the 2 most important columns, revenue and review count, like I cover in my other videos. We want to see high revenue, low reviews. We want to see all of these revenues, $5,000 or more, and review count at least 5 or more, doing with 150 reviews or less. Check if the market is too saturated or over competitive. What we would do is make sure all the products here in the top 20 to 30 listings are all generating about $5,000 a month in revenue or more, and we want to see 5 or more sellers here with about 150 reviews or less. Product, we could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's about 8. So this product would meet that criteria. $5,000 or more in revenue, yes. Looks like all of them are doing about $5,000 or more in revenue. But right up here, average BSR, we want about 50,000 or less. BSR is bestsellers rank, so the closer to 0, the better. Amazon assigns a BSR or a rank to all the products sold on its website. The closer to 0, the better it sells. Closer to page 1 you'll get, and that's where we want to be as FBA sellers, on page 1, to get in front of the most customers and get as many organic sales as we can. 1,000 or less for BSR. But following those strategies there, with all the revenues being $5,000 or higher and review counts at least 5 or more with 150 reviews or less. So the only problem with this product is BSR, but you could go in here and look. Some of these are doing really good revenue. Some of them are really expensive too. So depending on your budget for your first FBA product, if you're looking to spend only $1,500 or less or a little more, product that's priced about $15 to $30 max. Those of you that have larger budgets or larger amount of capital to invest in your first product, you could look into products costing, $35 to $100. A lower initial investment, you probably want to find a product that's selling for closer to like here, $21.99. And that way, when you buy your first 500 units or 350 units, you'll stick to about $1,500. So that was how to check oversaturation. Another thing to check oversaturation and too much competition is to check the brand name. We don't want to see 1 or 2 brands dominating all of the spots. Like right here, Songmix has 2 spots. Exceldro, those are sponsored ads, so we won't count those. So this is the first actually organic listing. or the first listing on page 1 that's not paying Amazon to show up at the beginning on page 1. I do see a variety of brand names here. I don't see 1 or 2 brands that are dominating the marketplace. That's another good sign. Product would meet the criteria, and you could look into this product more. Like I said, if you had more initial budget to look invested with and get started, but it meets the criteria there. So that's how you check if the product is oversaturated or too competitive. Now, the next thing I want to cover is how to check for restrictions, seasonality, and patent. Take a minute now. If you're getting value out of this video and you're learning anything, please take a minute to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment on what you're struggling with, or just say hi, and I'll respond to all those comments. So check for restrictions, seasonality, and patent. If we were looking at this product right here, and so this was the Helium 10 X-ray that you get along with your Helium 10 subscription. Again, links for that down below this video with a 50% off coupon. This is the Jungle Scout extension, and this is what I prefer to look at, because the revenues and reviews are right there and I don't have to scroll over to the right like in X-ray. So I just prefer to pull up Jungle Scout most of the time, but they're both good. Like I said, Jungle Scout tends to be a little more accurate, but we can go through here again and we see a variety of brands. Sales look good, monthly sales look good. All the revenues are pretty much over $5,000 or higher. Average price, like I said, is quite high, so you need a little bit more money getting started. Or you could just order, 100, 150, 250 units for your first order. This one's really interesting here. 50 reviews, doing $50,000 a month, or making this seller about $25,000 a month profit. 7 reviews, already doing $6,000 a month, and this one's the best. 48 reviews, doing 20 grand a month in sales, or making this seller about $10,000 a month profit. Why we want to look for low reviews like this is because when we launch our product in the beginning, it's going to take a few weeks to get, 10, 15, 20 reviews. So if we see multiple sellers like this with low reviews but high revenue, there's a good chance when we enter the market with our product that's better and improved upon and different and offers the customer value, and we understand the target market or the target customer that would be buying our product, right? Mostly this would be women and in the decor category, so we would know how to target that customer. But this is a very good sign to see low reviews, high revenue like this. Check for restrictions, seasonality, and patents. What we're going to do is we're going to choose one of these that has the most reviews, like to be this one right here. It's got 1,900 reviews, which is a lot. To get 1,900 reviews take over a year in most cases, so this seller has been selling a long time. Now, once you have Helium 10, a free account, you can sign up for a free account, download the Chrome extension. This graph right here will automatically load. Now, what we want to pay attention to is this pink line, and we want to see this pink line at the bottom, so not like this. So, but over here, actually the sales rank is all under 10,000. So this product has been selling well for a long period of time. Now, an example of a seasonal product would be baby pop-up tent. Let me show you what that graph looks like, right? Because people are only going to use a baby pop-up tent during the summer months. We're coming to the end of the summer, and it takes about a month to get your product into Amazon's warehouse. So you would want to stay away from this product. Maybe think about doing a product like this beginning of next year in the spring, but summer is ending in the US in about a month, so it would be too late to get going on this product. Let me just show you an example of a seasonal product. So I'm going to grab one here that has the most reviews. This one, 100 reviews. Scroll down and look at that Helium 10 graph. #1 new release. So this seller has been doing a great job ever since he launched, and he's making $126,000 a month revenue, or making about $50,000 a month profit. You want to check for seasonality, but please keep in mind that you can really make a lot of money with seasonal products if you plan ahead 6 months in advance or 3 months in advance and get your inventory into the Amazon warehouse in time. We're going to click on all time here, and what you can see is this pink line jumps way up here. It's already way up here above 300,000 in sales rank. So this product is a seasonal product because the sales rank goes so high, and that means that it's seasonal because it stops selling. Okay, and then right here where the blue line ends, the product was out of stock, and then it came back in stock, and it's selling, very well. During the spring and summer, it gets pretty low. And then back October, January, February, winter months, it goes back up. So that's an example of a seasonal product. How would we check for restrictions to see if we're allowed to sell this product? So what we would do is go ahead and click on a product that we're interested in selling, and we're going to go get the ASIN, or the number that always starts with B, which is right up here in web address, starts with B right here. This is a unique number given to all Amazon sellers. Copy that, go into our Seller Central account, and we're going to pretend like we're going to be adding this product and selling it. So we're telling Amazon, okay, we're going to be selling this product. Are we allowed to sell it? So you copy the ASIN, paste it here under catalog, add a product, and then if a yellow button comes up, a yellow box like this comes up, we're allowed to sell it. Service condition, request approval. If it said right here, request approval, you would need approval to sell this product. Quick examples of restricted products: any topical creams, any supplements, anything a person could get hurt with or an ingest or a pet can ingest. So pills, supplements, creams, most beauty products are gated or restricted. So make sure you're running your ASINs through the catalog, add product, search, and make sure you see a sell yours button. To go even further than that, to make sure you're allowed to sell this product, you can create a dummy list. So we would create a new product listing right here. We would tell Amazon, okay, we're selling this product, put in the most basic information needed, some bullet points, a description, photo, a title, and save. And then if it doesn't get suppressed or delisted after about 5 days, Amazon lets us list that product and it stays up on their website for 5 days or longer. You're good to go to sell that product as well. So that's how you check for seasonality and for restrictions. Now, the last one I want to show you is how to check for patents. Check for patents. You're going to go to patents.google.com and you're going to type in your product. So the product we were looking at was a wall-mounted jewelry organizer. Wall-mounted jewelry organizer. Okay, and then you'd search here. Now this is going to seem really technical and really legal terms. Some people actually pay somebody on Fiverr for, $50 or under $50 for an attorney to go ahead and do a patent search for you. But like I said, as long as you check for restrictions, create a dummy listing, and you come in here and check for patents and under patents.google.com, as long as you don't see your product here, a description or an image or a sketch of your product, you're usually good to go. Now you will need to spend some time going over these images and wordings, which are kind of legal, to see and make sure and double check that there's no patents on your product. But go through here on your potential product idea for Amazon FBA business and double check that you don't see it here. So I do see some images here of like a swivel one, framed one, jewelry organizer, I think over the door, another one over the door where the door hooks are configured to the slide over the top of the door. So that's a perfect example of this jewelry organizer that goes over the back of a door. Is patented. So that's how you could check patent searches. And then the last bonus tip is how many units should you order for your first order? You may have heard me just mention, just order 200, 250, 300, 500 units, 1,000 units. How many do you order for your first order if you were going to do this product? You made sure it's not seasonal. You made sure there's no restrictions. You made sure there's no patents. You're going to sell this product. You start reaching out to suppliers on Alibaba. How many units should you order for your first order? Now, if you go back to the overall market or all the sellers on page 1, which is right here, under the main keywords, wall-mounted jewelry organizer, and you pull up the Jungle Scout extension here. And what I want to show you is you need to look at the monthly sales on average of your competitors. Depending on your budget, if you do want to stick to around $1,500 or around that amount for your first product, you may need to order less than 500 units, like 250 units to get started for your test order and get started in this market. For others that have a larger initial amount to invest, you may be able to order 500 units if you totally have a good gut feeling and are sure you'll do great in this market and break into this market and start making sales right away. And what you want to do to kind of gauge how many units you should order for your first order is to go here to monthly sales, and you can kind of see the top competitors. How many are they selling, and kind of do an average in your head. So these are brand new, sponsored, 3,400, 237, 1,800 units a month, 500 units a month, 740 units a month, almost 200 units a month, 900 units a month, 860 units a month. So you would divide that by, let's say 740. You would divide 740 by 30 days a month, which is 24 units a day. Doing an average in my head just real quick here, I would probably advise that you order 300 to 500 units for your first order of this product, just so you can get in there and compete with this competition, that you won't run out of stock your first month. You want to kind of have enough inventory to last you your first month selling on Amazon FBA, and then once you start running low on inventory, about 2 weeks in, as you know your lead time that it's going to take, 3 weeks or 6 weeks to produce your product, get your next order in and use the profits and the recouped amount of money you're getting from your sales coming in to place your next order, and then of course take some profits on the side to pay your bills and money for yourself, which is the whole part of starting an online FBA business, to generate profit and support you and those you love. So if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. I really appreciate it, and I'll respond to all of your comments. Leave me any questions you have or suggested video ideas. I'll make sure to read those, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.